Within hours of the assembly of experts announcing Mojtaba Khamenei as Iran's new supreme leader, the IRGC launched what it designated the 29th wave of Operation True Promise 4, the largest coordinated multi-target salvo since the war began. Missiles and drones crossed into the airspace of 7 countries simultaneously: Israel, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Jordan. Air defense batteries lit up the night sky across the entire Gulf region at once. Some projectiles were intercepted, some were not. In Dubai, explosions were heard and felt in multiple districts. In Manama, sirens ran for the 3rd consecutive night. In Riyadh, smoke rose from the Al-Kharj governorate after a projectile fell on a residential area. In Doha, Qatar Airways grounded all flights and the Civil Aviation Authority suspended all air navigation indefinitely. This is the confirmed picture of what Iran did on day 10, where it hit, what got through, who was killed, and what the pattern of 9 days of strikes now confirms about Iran's strategy. The scale of Iran's Gulf campaign across the full 10 days of the conflict is now confirmed and historically unprecedented. For the first time in the history of the Islamic Republic, Iran has struck all 6 Gulf Cooperation Council member states simultaneously: Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, alongside Israel, Jordan, and Iraq. That has never happened before. In the 1980s, tanker war Iran targeted shipping. In 2019, it struck Saudi Aramco's Abqaiq facility with drones and cruise missiles. In June 2025, it launched a 12-day missile campaign against Israel. None of those conflicts involved simultaneous strikes across the entire GCC simultaneously. This one does. The UAE has absorbed the heaviest confirmed projectile volume of any single country outside Iran. The UAE Ministry of Defense confirmed its Air Force and Air Defense forces dealt with 165 ballistic missiles, 2 cruise missiles, and 541 Iranian drones since the war began. Of those 541 drones, 35 fell within the country, causing material damage. In total, 1,397 projectiles, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and drones combined, were confirmed directed at the UAE in the first 8 days. 4 people have been killed. A Pakistani national, a Nepali national, and 2 Bangladeshi nationals. 112 people have been wounded. An Iranian drone struck the US Consulate in Dubai on March 3rd, starting a fire that Emirati emergency services controlled. Flights into Dubai International Airport were placed in holding patterns. The government of Dubai media office confirmed a minor incident resulting from debris after an interception in the opening days, a characterization that later reporting confirmed was significantly understated given the footage of explosions visible over residential districts. MBZ, the UAE president, made his first public statement of the war standing in a hospital room, visiting 5 wounded civilians and calling Iran the enemy of the UAE. He said, "What is coming will show the UAE stronger." Qatar's situation confirms a different dimension of Iran's targeting. 2 confirmed ballistic missiles struck the Udeid Air Base, the largest US military installation in the Middle East, hosting approximately 10,000 American personnel and the forward headquarters of CENTCOM. A drone separately targeted an early warning radar installation at the same base. Qatar's Ministry of Defense confirmed the country was targeted in a wave involving 14 ballistic missiles and 4 drones from Iran in a single attack. Qatar Civil Aviation Authority suspended all air navigation indefinitely. Qatar Airways grounded all flights. Schools moved to remote learning. Public Ramadan gatherings were suspended. 16 people have been injured on Qatari soil. Al Udeid, the base that coordinates every US airstrike on Iran, has been struck by the country it is coordinating strikes against. Kuwait's confirmed casualty picture is the most operationally significant outside the UAE. The United States Embassy in Kuwait was hit by an Iranian missile strike, prompting a security response and staff evacuation. Kuwait International Airport was struck. A Kuwaiti F/A-18 shot down 3 American F-15E Strike Eagles in a confirmed friendly fire incident. All 6 crew members survived, and the Kuwaiti military attributed the incident to communication failure during a high-tempo interception sequence. Kuwait's armed forces confirmed intercepting 384 Iranian drones over the 10 days. 32 people have been wounded in Kuwaiti territory. Saudi Arabia presents the most strategically alarming confirmed targeting picture. Iran has struck at the Shaiba oil field, producing 1 million barrels per day. 3 confirmed times in the opening days of the war, with all 3 attempts intercepted. Intercepted drones forced a temporary shutdown of the Ras Tanura oil facility, one of the world's largest crude oil export terminals. 2 ballistic missiles were intercepted heading for Prince Sultan Air Base at Al-Kharj, a major US air operations hub. A projectile fell on a residential area in the Al-Kharj governorate, killing 2 Saudi civilians and wounding 12. Iran struck the US embassy compound in Riyadh. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who normalized ties with Iran in 2023, called the strikes cowardly and vowed to employ military force against further Iranian incursions into Saudi airspace. Saudi Arabia is the most consequential potential escalation vector in the entire Gulf picture. If Riyadh moves from interception to offensive retaliation, the war's geographic and military scope expands beyond anything currently planned. In Israel, the confirmed casualty picture across 10 days stands at 13 killed. On March 1st, an Iranian ballistic missile struck the central Israeli city of Beit Shemesh, killing 9 people and wounding more than 20. An 8th American soldier was confirmed killed in the Gulf on Monday, bringing the US military death toll to 8 since February 28th. Lebanon's confirmed death toll since Hezbollah entered the conflict stands at 394, including 83 children. The pattern confirmed across all 10 days is this: Iran began the war targeting US military installations specifically, a deliberate framing designed to characterize the campaign as legitimate self-defense against an aggressor using Gulf territory. That framing collapsed within 48 hours. Airports, consulates, residential areas, oil facilities, desalination plants, luxury districts, and civilian infrastructure across 7 countries have been struck. The ACLED analysis confirmed it directly. Iran's escalation extended beyond US bases, hitting energy infrastructure, civilian airports, and emblematic luxury districts. Former CIA Director David Petraeus said Iran's targeting of Gulf states was likely a strategic error that could pull additional countries into the war. The IDF confirmed it has destroyed 300 Iranian missile launchers, producing a confirmed 70% drop in missile fire toward Israel. The Critical Threats Project confirmed Iran is now launching more drones at Gulf states than missiles at Israel, partly because drone launch sites in Iran are within the Shahed's 2,000-kilometer range of the Gulf, but not Israel, and partly because Gulf air defense interception rates, while high, have proven more penetrable than Israel's layered system. The bottom line on Iran's Gulf Strike campaign on day 10 is this: Iran has struck every GCC country simultaneously for the first time in its history. It has killed civilians in the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Kuwait. It has struck the US Embassy in Kuwait and the US Consulate in Dubai and the largest US Air Base in the Middle East in Qatar. It has forced Qatar Airways to ground its fleet and Israel Israel to run sirens in Jerusalem simultaneously. And it has done all of it while the IRGC continues launching, despite Pezeshkian's public apology, the new Supreme Leader's allegiance ceremony, and the US Secretary of State confirming the production math runs 100 Iranian missiles against 6 American interceptors per month. The 29th wave is not the last. The IRGC confirmed that on the same morning it pledged complete obedience to Mojtaba Khamenei. Both are Iran's position, both are confirmed, and both are still in motion.